We're going to take a little journey from all the training conversations and presentations that took place from our esteemed colleagues into more intraprocedural guidance. SentiAR is focused on electrophysiology space. It's an interventional procedure, particularly complicated one. Several technologies are used. There is no ability to directly visualize inside the heart in these procedures. It's minimally invasive, and a catheter is being fished around to eliminate sources of arrhythmias with targeting very specific locations. The standard of care in this particular procedure has gross errors. We measured 4.5 millimeters of navigation error in our clinical work in humans, which leads to 34% likelihood of missing the location with your catheter tip entirely. The other problem in these procedures is that it's a very pervasive disease. Atrial fibrillation alone affects about 40 million people globally, and we currently only address, this is the only curative option available, 1% to 2%. And as our colleagues have mentioned, confidence, comfort, familiarity with the technologies that are being used in the operating room does indeed affect patient care and their ability to perform the procedures rapidly. I'm citing a paper here. I actually had a wonderful opportunity to speak with Dr. Osario at length, and what he's told me is from his experience of training 150 physicians, he's seen their level of procedure volume grow 1 to 2 procedures a week, which is a massive growth. We care about this field because it is a problem. Outcomes aren't great, and we do a lot of procedures today, but it's nowhere near enough. It needs to grow at exponential rate. Here's what SentiAR has developed. Our first platform has been FDA cleared. It's a holographic guidance system allowing the physician to connect to their digital environment in an unprecedented fashion. This is provided to a wearable heads-up display, and once the display is put on, everything is completely hands-free because this person is actually operating. This is real-time guidance. The demo here is static. In use, this product is actually live updating with the 3D map of the heart with the catheters inside updating in real time during the procedure. They're able to put their head completely inside the heart, target different locations with their catheter tip. They can share this, which is unprecedented, being able to see the same exact hologram as if it's a 3D floating object in space. You're able to make minute adjustments on our patented interface that allows you to get all the views you want without having to ask somebody else. In that previous picture in the complex operating room, they have to ask somebody to get anything done in the digital tools because they have no other way to communicate with them. SentiAR completely changes that paradigm. What has it done to the data I've just showed you on accuracy? In our clinical study, we've shown 82% improvement in targeting accuracy. Reduced the likely to miss your target from 34% to 6%. I think that this requires just a little bit of a pause on what this type of technology can do, not only to this procedure, but there's many procedures like this where the improvements are required. We also reduced the communication load drastically. These are 3 to 6 hour long procedures, very complicated, requiring quite a slew of mental gymnastics as it is, and we lowered that communication load drastically. Here's another look at the precision. We brought that 4.5 millimeters of navigation error to 2.9. I already shared a 34% to 6% reduction. Here's a simulation work we've done with Johns Hopkins University, just to show you the reason why this is an important element of reducing errors. In the first picture, standard of care, you see that red dot, that's your target. A physician may be thinking they're on target, but deliver an ablation somewhere completely random. In the SentiAR system, that likelihood has drastically reduced. In essence, you're delivering lesions almost on target every time. Huge difference in the quality of care that you're delivering and the patient effect this will have. We talked about clarity. Our system has been shown to allow physicians to interpret what they're seeing easier. They're learning and seeing new things. Some of our physicians in this study has been practicing for 30 years. So it's not just a few folks that have come out of fellowship recently. And the control element, the communication load that I've shown you, that dropped from almost 2 commands for every point they navigate to essentially 0. We have a proprietary engine behind the technology that allows near zero latency real-time data flow with large amounts of data. So we don't build our platform on Unity or Unreal for this reason. Also, all the data we move is encrypted. Our patent portfolio has evolved very nicely over the years since we founded the company. We now have 6 granted patents, and more is being filed. Just recently, our intercom patent has been allowed. What you'll see in our patent portfolio is we're building a command center that is not only visualization, but being able to collaborate, incorporating other technologies, and really allowing the physician in the hospital to continue to gain efficiencies in this procedure state. It has a very clear return on investment for the hospitals that we work with. This is a quick model that's talking about a regional reference center. As you can see, very significant potential for return. Right now, we're integrated with the most sophisticated, highest advanced technologies. As we go into our next phase of clinical work, we're going to be initiating a new study in the Harvard Medical System with some of the top electrophysiologists. So thus far, we raised $8 million. We've received some non-dilutive funds from our partners. Now we're launching our $8.5 million B round, getting ready for revenue, and Europe leaning over to the additional features and cash flow positive. The competitive landscape, as our colleagues once again were talking about the learning and surgical planning tools, they're not really a competition for us. We see it as a continuum. And today we stand alone in the space we're in as world's first real-time guidance system and real-time data flow, especially in cardiology. Very a well-experienced team. We are all from AR, VR, and electrophysiology fields. We have about 8 PhDs in the 14 team members we have, and our board is one of the most experienced in this field, especially Shlomo Spun, who was one of the co-founders of the leading, market-leading technology today. Our advisory board is also very well-rounded and sophisticated with top doctors and technologists. In summary, what we're doing here is really a paradigm-shifting, game-changing opportunity to elevate all physicians' experience and really improve this procedure that touches so many patients. And I hope to talk to you more about this. If you're interested, come find me, and look forward to more engaging conversations. Thank you.